Hey friends, I thought I would do another short low-key video this week because I'm still kind of under the weather. I'm still sick. It turns out I caught COVID last week and I'm still getting over it. I'm not 100% back to normal and I still have like some coughing, residual coughing, and some body pains and a little bit of like a headache, but it is very little compared to what I felt last week. I was wiped out last week, so yeah, I wanted to do something. I still wanted to film this week, but I wanted to just kind of take it easy again. And it's perfect because I wanted to talk about market must-haves part 2. So if you've never watched the first video that I made, I will put it in the description, and I'll also put it as a card here somewhere, I think, in this corner. But basically that first video went over a general list of things that you might find helpful to bring to markets, fairs, conventions, whether it's indoors or outdoors. I made it really general because everybody sells different things. I am a sticker and stationery shop, and I also have some like accessories, but some people might sell purely art prints, or some people might sell bath and body related items. So depending on what you sell, you're gonna need different things. So that's why I can't really hyper tailor it to every single person. I only know what is applicable to me. So I want to do another continuation of that because I realized there are some things that I listed or I didn't list in my first video that is also important to bring. So let's get started. So the first supply that I want to mention here in this video are business cards. Business cards are so important. They tell people about your business, who you are, where they can find more information about you. This is something that I give to all of my customers. Whenever they check out, I will put it in their bag, or if they don't want a bag, I'll just give it straight to them along with the product that they purchased. And this is really, really nice because it may encourage them. They might want to follow you. They might also want to buy from you again in the future, and you never know what's going to happen. And this is why it's so important, because what if they forget your name, or like they don't know how to spell it? This way they, have the information in front of them, and yeah, they can take it home and do whatever they want with it. Some people are going to just look at your booth or your table, and maybe they decide not to make a purchase right away or even that day because they don't have enough money. So if they're able to take one of these, then they might decide to, hey, later on when they get more money or they get paid, then they can actually go and check out your website. I have had a few ladies come to my table or my booth as well, asking for one of my business cards because they were actually looking to recruit other small businesses for a future event, specifically like a Christmas market that they are going to be organizing later in the future. So they were asking me for my business card because they noticed that I carry a lot of greeting cards, and there were not a lot of vendors out there that are making greeting cards, so they want a bit of variety and they like the stuff that I have to offer. So that's also another really good thing. You might not be marketing all to consumers and people who want to buy from you, but you might also be, this is a great way to network and for other businesses to remember you themselves. So there might be future opportunities that pop up if you give them a business card, if you at least have it on hand to give it to them. So yeah, that's why having a business card and making sure that you have enough to give away during events is so important. All right, so number 2 are price sign clips. These are things that you can get from Amazon, but this is basically what they look like. I think I got mine from AliExpress, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, there is a long clamp here and there's a bigger, like fatter clamp down here, and it just attaches to your product or your shelf, whatever you are using, and then you can attach your sign right here. And it's very sturdy, but you can also bend it if you need to, and you can twist it around as well. So it's really nice and versatile. I think it is much more professional looking to have your price signs or like your social media, signs hanging on one of these instead of using like paper clips or tape to hang it on a shelf. I did that for my first event this year where I just used tape and hung it over my grid panel display, and things flip-flopped around a lot, and I was indoors, so there was no wind or anything, and yet they still drooped. So it was just a sad display. Things will look much better if you utilize things like these. This is a huge game changer. So definitely encourage you to get these. I think I got maybe like 30 or 40 of them just in case. Maybe I got 20 or 30. But I do know that I have much more than what I actually need because I didn't want to run out just in case. The third thing that you're going to want to consider when you are participating in markets, fairs, conventions, etc., are containers that you will store your items. So whether you sell stickers and art prints like me, or you sell clothes, or you sell candles, you're going to have to transport those somehow from your house or wherever you keep them in to the event. So you're going to want them to be stored in a safe place where they can't get wet or they can't get crumpled. So how are you going to do that? Well, you can elect to do like a very cheap way, which is doing just recycled boxes and putting them in there and stacking them in your car and then just transporting them that way. Or you can take buy plastic containers like this. I got this from Michael's. I think it's normally $45, which is pretty expensive in my opinion, but I got it on sale for $15 one day. I think it was last year. So I know that it does have the ability to go down that much. So I would encourage you to wait if you can afford that and you can't afford the regular price. But this is basically, I think, like a 4x6-inch photo album container, storage container. It flips open. Actually, let me see if I can demonstrate it on camera. But yeah, so you hold it like this and it opens with this thing here. So you open it and you have, let's see, 1, 2, I don't even know. So you have 16 containers in total. This one also comes in a colored version, but I wanted the clear ones. This is how I store my stickers. And you've seen it before, like in last week's video probably, but I organize them according to the genre. So I have sushi cats, I have Sanrio, I have food stickers, hobby stickers, fall stickers, etc. This is just how I choose to organize my stickers. And you can obviously fill it with other things that could fit in it, or if you have stickers as well, you can feel free to categorize it differently. But this is really sturdy. This has been very sturdy when I transport it to and from my house to the car to the events. That way there's no chance of getting my stickers crushed. But these are really, really handy to have. Even if you don't want something as big and fat as this one, Michael's or any other like craft store should carry something a little thinner. I do have something a little thinner as well that I bought from Michael's that day as well. That is how I hold my bigger items, like my art prints. I have a bunch of notepads in there as well as my canvas pouches. I just keep it all flat in there and it all fits. So that's really great. But on top of that, you're also going to want to keep them nested in another container. Generally, people will show up with like the big Sterilite or like plastic tub. I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen here, but I keep this plastic container and the other plastic container that I have, as well as a bunch of my other supplies like my business cards, decoration, my washi tape. I put it all in like this giant big pink container, and then I just put that on my wagon, and then that's pretty much it. So yeah, containers are kind of more like a boring thing to think about, but it's really important because you have to make sure that you are storing your goods and you're protecting them properly so that, you know, when you're actually at the event, they are not damaged in any way and you can still sell them, because, you know, it would be incredibly sad if you got to the event and you find that all your stuff is ruined because they were stored improperly. So again, that is another thing that is really important to consider. I will put some recommendations and what I use in the description just in case you want to get some for yourself. By the way, they are affiliate links as well. That basically means if you click on the link and purchase with them, I will get a small cut of the sale, which is nice because it supports me and my channel, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. So yay! And lastly, if you have a helper, it would be really helpful for them if you gave them a printed or written list of the prices of all of the merchandise that you have and how much they're selling for, as well as all the deals that you are having at that time. If they're not normally your partner in your business or your small shop, they're not going to remember or know the prices by heart. So if something happens where you have to leave for a bathroom break or you're just away because you want to take a look at the other vendors and the stalls, they're going to be inundated with questions. Even if there are price signs, it would be helpful and more comforting for your helper if they had a formal list that they could use to reference. But yeah, I think those were all that I wanted to mention in this video. It's rather short because there's not too much that I forgot, I think. If there's anything else that I forgot that you think would be helpful for people to know to bring with them to these events, feel free to throw it in the comments below. But yeah, I hope that you found this video to be helpful while you are making your own list. If you are interested in participating in events like these, let me know if you found this helpful. And if you did as well, please give me a thumbs up. That definitely helps the algorithm out with circulating my videos and stuff. But yeah, take care and I will see you next week. Bye!